Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I'm going to be reviewing an absolute icon of the British beer industry. One of the biggest beer selling beers in Britain. And obviously very iconic for Britain itself, Spitfire from Shepherd and Neame. Described as an amber ale, 4.5%. So first things first, I'll get it poured. Now I've got no neutral glasses. So what I'm actually thinking of doing is going out and getting 2 or 3 glasses with Raggy beer reviews on it. Why not, eh? And same as well as doing a t-shirt and putting Raggy's beer reviews on a t-shirt. Getting out there. Got to theme parks, Raggy's beer reviews, eh? Hell, that's Raggy. That's the pisshead. Drinks a lot and talks rubbish. I'm sure some people think I do anyway. Good lacing and carbonation there. Amber pour, white head, as you would expect from a beer that's an amber beer. That's in the way, isn't it? Right. What it is, I've got something on. I've got one of the fermentation buckets on the bar, so that there you go. God, that's product placement. So yeah, that's on there, and I've got a siphon tomorrow, so I've got to put it up and then so I can siphon it, and you've got a good drop to siphon it out of. So it says here, Spitfire is one of the UK's best loved beers with an international reputation as a great British classic. Since its inception as a one-off brew back in 1990, so not that old, 30 years old, Spitfire has enjoyed phenomenal success, earning a royal warrant and protected status as a Kentish ale. While the great taste has remained constant throughout its history, the Spitfire family has grown to include golden ale and lager. I've not seen a Spitfire lager. Each imbued with the distinctive Spitfire spirit. Try saying that 5 times. Today, Spitfire has a dynamic new look, reflecting the nature of the iconic plane that inspired its creation and befitting the status of an ale of character and substance. And yeah, there it goes on to say, brewed to first commemorate the 50th. Here we go. So here it says, Spitfire Amber Ale combines the pick of Kentish hops to lay a bitter orange marmalade flavour on top of sweet biscuits and caramel malts for a peppery dry finish. Hops are Target, Challenger, East Kent, Goldings and First Gold. And I just thought it was a beer you wallop down. Okay, definitely getting the peppery finish. But obviously I need to get some down me before I try and pick out flavours. So I've just been to the pub. It was actually a Greene King pub, but pub's a pub. And you walk in, and they're all kitted out with either visors or face masks, and all very clean, tables well apart, no bar service at all. So you walk in the pub, you either sit in the garden, or you can have table service, or you can use an app. They want you to use the app because it's all less contact, which I understand that, you know, from being somebody who does not want to take anything home. I totally understand where they're coming from. So yeah, got on the app. The app was easy enough to use, ordering the food. And to pay for it, you can use Google Pay, PayPal, debit cards. So quite a few options to pay, and you can always pay by cash if you really have to. Somebody did on another table, but that way you'd have to use table service. You wouldn't be able to pay obviously on the app with cash. And paid. I paid via PayPal. So the wife got a free one off me. So she's a lucky girl. Got a great husband. Bit of a stress head. Drinks 1 or 2 beers too many. But he's a good person. Deep down, probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Unless you're an enemy. But try not to make any enemies in life. You know, life's too short. Don't want it. Can't be done with it. Good to work, earn me money, go home, get me back to my family. Try and make a difference at work, if you can. But anyway, yeah, and the food was sad. I had breaded mushrooms with garlic for starters. I noticed the food prices do seem to have gone up. Obviously they're going to try and get some back, aren't they? I think the price of beer's gone up as well. I'm sure it was about £4 for a pint. But you know, it's going to be the same everywhere you go. They've all got to put the prices up to get back some of what they've lost, and you know, and obviously some of what they're not going to make, because the pubs and restaurants are all going to be lesser spaced. So you will pay, but if you want to eat out, you're going to have to pay, aren't you? You know, it's as simple as that. Or don't eat out and don't know about it. You know, always the pitfalls of paying out. You look at the prices first. If you don't like the prices, you don't go there. And same when you're buying beers, really. You go to supermarkets, you get it cheap. You go to breweries, you're not getting it so cheap. But you know, most people understand that anyway. And yeah, I've got a lovely ribeye steak for the dinner, with chips and a Diane sauce with mushrooms, little tomatoes, a bit of cress. Went down a treat. Wife had a sliced rump steak with 3 sauces to dip into. So you got a beer cheese sauce, which is basically cheese sauce, must be a beer flavouring added to it, peppercorn, which she loves, and then it was a dripping gravy, beef dripping gravy, so you know, and oh, that was well nice. I was dipping my chips in that. I'm in steak. I wasn't keen on the, well, I didn't even get to go near the peppercorn, and the cheese one, I put a couple of dips in, but it's not really my cup of tea. And yeah, then she had a dessert. It cost us, the two of us, £60. So, ouch, because that came out of my money. But hey, you know, it's your anniversary. She deserves it. Definitely getting that bitter, marmalade-y flavour. A hint of biscuits. I've got to be honest, I've drank Spitfire many times. I've never tasted marmalade in it before. Just goes to show you how much that in some ways my palate has got better. But then again, like a lot of beers you drink and you're not 100% sure of what you're tasting. There's some things you can get as easy as anything, and then there's other things you're there and you think, I can't taste it. And then someone says, taste it again. You know, you can take, there's a certain taste, and it says, yeah, there's that taste, yeah, that's what it is. At Sainsbury's, we used to sell this by the bucket load. It was one of several beers that they would have on pallets for £1, and we would sell in one of our stores, in Arnold, we would sell anything between 1 and 2 pallets a day of Spitfire. Just see it moving. Oh, give me a heart attack. Yeah, 1 or 2 pallets a day. You can imagine how many bottles you get on a pallet. The pallet's stacked up here. So, a fair amount of bottles. And you replicate that around all the Sainsbury's. Wow, that's a lot of beer. And obviously, you know, yes, it's £1, so it's priced to sell, but it's still got to be good, it's still got to taste good. And, you know, it's not a craft beer, it's not meant to be a craft beer, it's a classic British beer, what I would call a normal beer, you know, in that respect. Same as your Pedigree of the world, Hobgoblin. King Goblin is slightly different, that's more of a specialist beer, I think. And damn tasty as well, let me tell you. So amazing. I've never noticed the flavours so much as I have done today with Spitfire. Got some real good flavour to it. funny that being a reviewer, taking your time, appreciating the beer, brings out the very best of that beer. And it's good because obviously, when you pay so much for beers, you want to enjoy as much as you can what you're buying. And very nice. So I've been good today. I bought no beers. Although I may be putting an order in somewhere, I've got a few pennies to burn, as you do. And so out of that, I will take a trip to a theme park. But I'm not really sure about theme parks at this particular moment. It might just be that I put it to one side, and then when we do go somewhere, go to a local brewery and really treat myself. I do like doing the local beer reviews, but obviously you're only catering to the East Midlands if you're doing only local beers, which is why supermarket beers are sometimes the best ones to do. Yes, you're going to miss out on breweries from all around the country, but generally, these beers are readily available everywhere. For instance, Spitfire, it is massively available. So, got the hot tub cooling down. I've had to put the bubbles on to get some cold air in there just to bring the temperature down. It's still above 40 degrees, which, you're getting your burn. Hour and a half in there, chilling out. Against a glass of wine. Put TV on, watch a film or something on the TV, and enjoy a bit of life. That's what it's all about. It's not all about going 100 miles an hour. Work. What's the point in work if you do not enjoy your life? There's got to be something about enjoying what you do, living a good life. Putting yourself out of the way from danger, from stress, from anxiety. Hopefully things in the future for me will get a lot better in that respect, hopefully, and return my stress status to a more normal anxiety rate. It flits in and out rather than the quite severe anxiety of the moment where it feels like your blood's boiling. But obviously in this pandemic there's been a lot of that. A lot of people scared to bits, And, problem with mental health, and I'm not talking mental health where people, turn from physically abusive. I'm on about, by the way, it's all in the mind. You can't just switch it off, obviously, can you? So it's a crippler in that respect. So I've got to be careful because I've only got about 10 minutes left on my memory card. But we've had a good chat. We're enjoying a good beer. Yes, it's in a Castle Rock Brewery bottle, but hey-ho, little breweries of the world, look up to these big breweries because obviously, as they all are these days, it's all part of the hospitality industry and they're all trying to survive. And today, that 60 quid I spent, if it protects somebody's job, then it's a great thing. For me, going out, I felt safe throughout. Didn't go to the toilet. I didn't need a wait. But one-way system inside the pub. Really good service, and I left a review on the site thanking the for the whole experience, because if I'd have gone and it'd have been a terrible experience, idiots too close to you, some twat coughing next to you, and you're like, hey, whoa. And if I'd have seen any abused staff, it all ruins your experience. So the best experience with the best food, yes, I think the price has definitely gone up. But hey-ho, everyone's trying to claw back a bit of cash. Will they go back down in the future? Maybe, maybe not. But the cost of living has gone up across the board. Supermarket prices have certainly gone up. Our shopping is ridiculous compared to what it used to be. But until things return to a real normality, I think things will stay like that for quite a bit. Price of living, enter. There's a lot of people who've died who would have rather have been here and paying a higher price. So I never really got the sweet biscuits. Definitely got the marmalade. I've got the bitterness. I've got the peppery finish. Didn't really get the sweet biscuits. Just goes, I've got a sweet taste of sweet in my mouth, but I don't know if that's just from one of my fillings that fell out. A bit of steak left in, maybe not. Lovely. So the sun's out. I'm getting back out there. I'm getting back on my settee, putting some tunes on, keep an eye on the hot tub, and then jump in. Hope you all have a great. Well, you'll probably see this by the end of tonight because I won't be uploading it while I'm in the hot tub. But I hope you've all had a great Saturday and a great Sunday as well because it's going to be supposed to be hot tomorrow. So as a review. Amber Pour Whitehead, good carbonation and lacing, excellent taste, marmalade, peppery finish, nice bitterness. It really was a quality traditional beer, true classic. And how special was it when I got home? There's a Spitfire flying over. This is why I reviewed it. There's a Spitfire flying over us. I live next to Nottingham City Hospital. They're about 100 yards away, 200 yards. And with thank the NHS flying over, and that was awesome. That's why I did the review. We all have got lots, thank the NHS for, and them doctors and nurses. Yeah, I was a key worker working it all the way through, but I won't put my life on the line, or the worry of bringing it home and it wiping your family out because you never know. Fair play to them. So out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. Absolute barnstorming drink, a true icon, and you see why it sells so much. And that's it for this beer review. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks to listening to somebody who talks a lot of rubbish. And see you soon. Cheers. Oh, better not drink anymore. 2 nights on the road getting a bollocking. Hey, lucky now. I get 2 red cards, should be giving me a good hiding. Which won't, but you know what I mean. Thanks for watching. See you soon.